name to me, I'm Ruth Baiga. I'm a natural resource management scientist. I work at NARI Regional Center here in Lule, Kubia. Currently, I'm coordinating on the AIS-funded Climate Smart Agriculture project, where I work using weather information, climate smart agriculture production, enhancing production, farmers throughout the PNG. I work in Eastern Britain, Eastern Highlands, and Moreover. This display here, I want a model where I'm showing also on the climate smart farm. So climate smart farm, you have water available in your farm. Soil blue, nutrient management team must alright where soil blue and fertile. And soil management practice, and one practice climate smart agriculture. So climate smart agriculture, one approach to agriculture management practice where now we encourage them to the current climate change time. So some people also practice weather management. Weather management people succeed weather information from PNG National Weather Service website giving 3-month outlook. The maximal information law. Putting on them advice, climate smart agriculture advice to give out all farmers. So all can guide decision, planning decision, working next 3 months in advance. So this la farm I'm showing all irrigation system. Where wara all the time and stop lo farm. So suppose them dry, time to dry or dry system. You still have water low, give him low crops to you. Nutrient management to soil bloom is alright. If you know afford lo time fertilizer la time lo soil bloom, can see organic matter, expect lo kakaru, or kind of something lo working ground bloom alright. Mulching to make soil lab site. Mulching on good climate smart agriculture practice where I'm keep him soil moist, lo time lo dry or long that dry weather, and I'm help him to lo suppress him with. So I'm all this practice tasol mi soim leba. All get an Arab lol people practice them stop the chat where back and looking. PNG mainly we are rain-fed farmers. We depend on rain. We don't really do irrigation, those type of practices. Most of our farmers don't really apply fertilizer because fertilizers are expensive. So to commercialize agriculture, you have to have these practices. So we encourage farmers to apply this because it complements when you're going in a bigger, commercializing is to a bigger scale. So if you don't apply fertilizer, your production will be low. So we encourage farmers to do these practices, which is, it can help them and then give them higher production. So crops, we know they depend on weather, climate, and soil. If you don't know your weather and if you don't plan your cropping, there's gonna be risk involved in your farming. If you don't know that it's gonna be dry season and if you don't have a good water system in your farm, then you lose your crops. There's big risk involved. So some of the weather management practices that are available are from PNG National Weather Service and NARI. And soil management practices, plants depend on soil for good growth. So if you practice sustainable soil conservation practice, it will help your crops to grow better. Some of the practices are organic matter application, cover cropping, crop rotation, and reducing tillage if it's very dry.
Okay, my name is Robert Geno. I'm an entomologist with NARI, based up in the Highlands program, Highlands Regional Program in Ayura. The work that I do basically is to study insect pests that are affecting our crops, and what I'm displaying here is called the plant health clinic. A plant health clinic is a new concept where we try to bring the awareness of different pests and diseases activities to the farmers, so that in a way it disseminates information. Just to go about the plant health clinic, it's a concept that is brought in this year, and this is a project between AIS funded project, which is the Pacific Pest project, and also we have the CABI. CABI just come on board, but we have the same concept of plant health clinic, so we're going to work together. CABI works with the commodity board, and with the AIS project, we work with the horticulture crops. So more or less both of them together, it strengthens the agriculture sector in terms of its improvement of our crop and pests and diseases of important crops in the country.
Wet specimen and these are dry specimens. I think it's the one that feeds on cabbage, islam and lemon tree, burrow and some feed inside lemon.
So the plant health clinic works as works in the same concept as a medical clinic. We bring the training down, we bring the clinics out to the farmers in the marketplaces, where it allows them to access information of what is affecting their crops in the garden. Now, the important thing about this particular concept, in line with the commercialization of what NARI is venturing into, is to reduce the impact of pests and diseases, so that crops can be of high quality and high standards, so that they have it more marketable. So the crops become marketable in a way that they can also be exported. So it plays a very important role in reducing pests and diseases, because it's one of the quarantine restrictions of phytosanitary restrictions for other countries for commercializing purposes. So to have this, and for farmers to be well aware of different pests and diseases they have in their gardens, and to look for ways to address these issues, it can improve their crops, so that the crops can be upscaled to commercialized exposure.
Time emerges for neighbors. Innocent task. One kind like you planning local neighbors degrees of size.
What NARI has done, they have we have what you call fact sheets, and this is one of the fact sheets that we have for Ibica collar rot. Now these are very common pest of Ibica, which is common in the lowlands, and we have control measures using insecticides, fungicides to control, so that this is not made known to the farmers. So once we have this plant health clinic concept to go out, farmers can know how to address these issues with the right chemicals to use to control these diseases. For the Highlands region, we have picked up the diamondback moth. It's a very detrimental pest for round cabbage, and NARI is doing research using different chemicals which are not available in the country, so that when we have these chemicals tested out and they show promising results to control diamondback moth, then we get to import these chemicals into the country to improve the farming practices for the farmers themselves. So that's for the Highlands region. For the sweet potato, we also have in IPDM strategies, where we try to improve the quality of sweet potato by mitigating or removing pest and disease effects. So those are the two very important crops that we have up in the Highlands, and these are ways where NARI is working to improve the crop itself in terms of crop protection, so that we can have quality food crops in the Highlands region. Currently, NARI is working on the diamondback moth. That's where we're using a BT. BT is a biological insecticide which is more economically friendly, and it's a biopesticide which is also been encouraged by the World Health Organization. So this is a current study going on to have this chemical to be to show its effect against diamondback moth. And if it's successful, then we get to scientifically report it, so that we can have this chemical brought into the country. Currently, it's not in the country, so we're doing research on it.